Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Notice I didn't say happy Vlogmas Day 21 because we're starting it out pretty rough. I'm actually still trying to edit Vlogmas Day 20. It's more than an hour long, but I have to shorten it a little bit. But also work has been super busy. It's been so busy. So I'm grateful to have the downtime that I do working an overnight shift, but I had zero downtime, zero. I had just enough time for me to get all of my slides together, save it to my hard drive, but I haven't edited anything really. Like I put maybe a nice Christmas tree montage in the beginning with some music, so I thought that was cute for the vlog, but haven't done anything. So after work I gotta finish and post that, so I'm a day behind. And everyone says they like my sweaters, so I have them in different colors, and I will leave links below to let you know where I got it from. But yes, I will say, let me end this clip by saying it's gonna be a good Vlogmas Day 21. Okay. Guys, it is snowing. Ooh. Just got off work. Where's my coat? You know where to be found? Because we don't like coats. Well, let me make sure I don't slide.
Drive alone in December rain. They play my favorite song. I see a snowflake melt on a day. I'm awful cold and longing for the holiday. Counting days until you're here. I've been waiting this whole year. Dear Christmas, Christmas, Christmas night. I know you may stop a light, but together we're alright. You know we're ready for Christmas. Can't wait to head back home.
Man, I cannot believe two things. It snowed this morning and it is 5 p.m. I had planned to do so much, cook all the things, and I did not because I edited the vlog, I posted it, I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, which I did, because I have to sleep after working an overnight shift, and now I am so discouraged, I don't want to do anything, and I'm probably gonna order out again, which sucks because I was doing really good. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I feel like being a homebody. I feel like watching TV, ordering out, drinking champagne. That's it, you know? And I received a text message. Actually, what woke me up was a text from work that was like, we need coverage tonight. Well, that coverage will not be me because y'all always do me dirty. So that's unfortunate, but it's not gonna be me. Yeah, I want to order something. Dave got home, so tired, man. I'm mad at myself because I really wanted to get a lot done today. I even tried to get my nails done today. I mean, it's not the worst, but I'm tired of looking at the growth. But the good news about getting a French manicure is that when it grows out, you can't really tell. So, and especially I'm trying to show you right now in the dark light. I'm gonna put my blanket, my heated pad blanket. The night is still young too. You know what it is though? Once it hits dark out here, I don't want to do any, like if it was summertime and it was bright outside and it was 5 I think I'd probably still want to go to the mall that's 8 minutes away from here. I probably would, but it's dark. Like a weird. I don't feel like going anywhere. That's my problem. This is my problem. I just don't feel like doing anything, going anywhere. I'm gonna order food, order champagne, and then I'm gonna have to worry about Christmas stockings crap tomorrow, which is gonna. I just hate going to the stores at this time of the year. I really do. Yeah, I just suck. I suck. I need to be better than this, but I'm not. I need to be more organized, but I'm not. You know what I was doing? I was looking at trips, because that's how badly I want to get the hell out of this country right now. I was looking at, like, this is in Jamaica, and it's... The room I was looking at was... Oh, it's this beachfront, swim-up, millionaire, one-bedroom, butler suite with patio, tranquility, soaking tub. Yeah, and it's like, it's $722 a night. Yeah, I think it's all-inclusive, too. It's Montego Bay. No, I don't think it's all inclusive. In-room bar with premium liquors. Okay, I need to look at something that's all inclusive, but still look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Anyways, I was falling asleep to that and was like, no one believes me when I say I am this close to just booking something. And it's taken everything in me not to. I'm trying. But I'm almost gonna quit being a responsible adult soon because it's not working out for me. It's not working out for me now. I didn't do anything I said I was gonna do today. For real. Dave, are you gonna care if I order food? I think I'm just gonna order food. Okay. Cause I'm also vlogging right now.
Here, I can't see this. Can you see this for me real quick?
Dave fell today, so he wants me to see his bump that I asked him if he wanted to go to the hospital for. He said no.
No, I wanted to go. That was for my hand. But I didn't break my hand. Let's see the.
Well, hospital for anything. It doesn't matter if it's your hand or not.
Yeah, I don't think I gotta go for that.
Looks like a bump. Take some Tylenol.
Well, I got a better anti-inflammatory Tylenol.
I'm just saying, Tylenol's right there too.
That's ice. It hurts.
He walks in and he's like, "Oh, I think I just broke my hand," and I know not to even like react because. Okay.
Can I tell him what happened?
Okay.
So I needed to go put some money into the bank, and I needed to come here for lunch real quick. I didn't have the car. It did snow, but it wasn't too bad on the road, so I thought it'd be fine if I took the shop's moped over, a little 50cc scoop, no big deal. And it was fine. I was on the roads, went to TD, went to everything I needed to do. I pull into the parking lot here, and it was not plowed. It was just an ice sheet. And I'm really mad about it because we actually sold them salt 2 days ago. So I'm like, come on, man, use it. They may have just refreeze. It was an ice skating rink out there, and I wasn't even going fast. I just hit it, and then bam, laid right down. Right on my right hip. Didn't hurt the bike at all, luckily. But when I hit, my hand was on the handlebars, and I went down like this, and just kind of like a vibration thing. Like if you've ever been jammed in baseball or hit metal on metal with a pipe or something like that, you know the feeling I'm talking about. And it was so intense, I thought I broke my hand. So luckily I did not, but I did mess up my hip pretty good. But that's full context. You're so cute. Look at your cuteness. Look at our Christmas cutie right here. Like a beautiful candy cane.
Thanks.
Yeah. Other than that, I had a pretty good day today.
But he walks in and he's like, oh, I think I just broke my hand. So I'm like, okay.
Well, she didn't hear me when I told her I laid the bike down.
Either way, I'm like, okay, so do you want to go to the hospital?
No.
I don't know yet. I was like, okay, so when will you know?
I had to go back to work.
I know, but you're like, you walk in, you make a grand entrance, and you're like, I think I just broke my hand. So my response is, do you want to go to the ER? And you're telling me no. So then I'm like, well, when will you know? Or you don't know. When will
I told
know?
you in about an hour.
And then by the time he left, he came to the conclusion he did not need to go to the ER.
Oh.
So
I wasn't sure how bad my hand was, but it felt like it was going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
My hip, I did not know. At the time, I didn't even know that I landed on my hip that bad. It didn't hurt. Now it's hurt. I need the adrenaline and stuff to wear off. Luckily, I didn't hurt the bike. Jimmy looked pissed when I told him I laid it down.
because you always crash when you.
I have laid down
are
every
on a
bike I've had.
You always crash. It's like, why are you riding your bike in the snow to begin with?
First off, I just want to clarify. I don't always crash.
You do.
No, I have crashed exactly 3 times. I crashed once on the M1, I crashed once on the Fusion, and I've now crashed once on the moped.
So, like I said, he always crashes, and so I don't get why you would think it'd be a smart idea to ride the bike in the snow.
That is the important factor. That was the stupid thing. I shouldn't have rode in the snow. But here was the funny thing. Before I left, I said, hey, Jimmy, you think the road's going to hold the bike? He goes, yeah, of course it will.
Jimmy doesn't have the answers to everything.
Well, he was the only one around that I could ask. And it was his bike. So I figured if anyone should have authority on whether or not he thought it would hold, it would be him since it was his. So that's why I didn't feel bad when I laid it down. He told me it would hold. It didn't hold. I didn't make a grand entrance about it, by the way. I was very subdued in how I brought it to you, because I know you don't like to hear about it anyway. She doesn't care when I get her. She just asked me if I would bring you to the hospital. No. Am I bleeding?
Because he makes a big spectacle about something, and then I know he's not actually going to go to the hospital, so then I just remain in the same emotional state that I was prior to him walking in.
Because she goes right to... All I say is, I'm hurt. And she's like...
No, all you say was, I think I broke my hand.
I think I might have broke my hand, yes. And you're like, let's go to the hospital. I'm like, I don't know if I broke my hand yet.
Yeah, so then we're going to calm down the energy of you. I'm not going to be on the same energy level.
I can't be hurt. I can't be
out. No, you can, but I was not going to be on the same energy of you believing that you broke your hand.
I didn't believe I broke my hand. What part of I think I might have broke my hand is believing I broke my hand? I didn't believe I broke my hand. I was worried because it hurt. You're my partner. When things happen to me, especially when I'm coming here, I might want to tell you about them.
You're missing the point.
No, I don't think I am.
Okay.
I don't think I am at all.
Okay.
She just wants to beat me up for no reason. So mean.
No,
yeah?
Not really.
I barely even made a deal about it. You're like, you made a big grand interest about it. Barely even talked about it. And when I said it the first time, you ignored me. When I said, I came in, this is exactly what happened. I came in, I said, I laid the bike down. I said it just like that. She said nothing. Did not look at my
Guys,
I
had these headphones on. Guys, I had these headphones on, and I was finishing up editing. Literally, my laptop was over here like this, and I had these headphones on. So no, I didn't hear him when he said that he crashed.
I didn't know that you had your headphones. We were making direct eye contact with each other.
So I wasn't. No, and I didn't even hear him from. Your words, I did not hear you, and I missed when he said that he crashed. I didn't hear him.
We all have situations.
So. And he's still standing up while.
Yeah. I'm afraid to sit down. It hurts. It'd be nice to have any sympathy from me.
What do you want me to do? I'm
you
like.
Never have any sympathy. You won't give me an ah. You won't come over and give me a little rubby dub. Nothing.
Because you're so dramatic. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
I can't. I need something to drink.
For real. Sit down.
I can't
You
sit.
see what I mean? Sit down.
I can't sit. I can't sit.
This is what I'm talking
It hurts
about.
to sit.
God,
She's
Remy
so
have these
weak.
annoying patients sometimes.
No,
Like,
see,
sit
that's your
down.
problem. You just want to think of... Oh, speaking of annoying patients,
Huh.
you hear a quick story?
No. What's the quick story?
Willie, Jimmy's mother-in-law, effed up big time. So she's been letting scrubs just shit into her apartment.
Okay, so no cussing, but also give them some context on what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so Willie is the mother-in-law of my boss, my buddy Jimmy, and Willie's the best. Everybody
You want
loves
to come
Willie.
closer because that air purifier is too loud. Sorry to interrupt you, and that's another thing. He thinks if I'm interrupting him, all of a sudden that means I don't care about what he's saying.
No. What it means?
anyways.
No. So you think it's about you? Nobody likes to be interrupted and have to start and stop. A few
No one
times.
likes to try to struggle to hear you with the fan on while you're still.
That's
in the
totally
bathroom taking
fair.
a poop.
All right, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yes, Willie is the mother-in-law of Jimmy, and she's an awesome person. She's really great. She's 83 years old, but she basically just does what
Jimmy is the owner of the shop.
owner of Pawn Nation, and my boss. And his family is awesome. I love his family to death, and they are a bunch of crazy people. And that's why I love them so much. And Willie is the queen of crazy in the best ways. She's elder, and she doesn't like people telling her what to do, and she likes to live the way that she likes to live. And because of those choices, she is not taking the best medical care of herself, and it has caused a lot of problems. So much so she's had to be hospitalized on multiple occasions, and it costs a lot of money after a certain period of time. So anyway, she does this time there right before it starts to charge her $700 a day, and she goes back to the house, and it's just been a disaster. She's just not listening. She just continues to not take her pills. She's not walking the dog. She has this little beautiful Chihuahua weenie. We call it a Chiweenie. It's half Dachshund, half Chihuahua. Scrubs. And he is the most handsome, amazing, regal boy ever. And he has been kind of neglected by her. She's not been taking him out again. And Jimmy had enough, so they're going to make her get rid of him. And it's breaking my heart. It's absolutely devastating. I'm like, Jimmy, don't do that. Like, take him yourself, but don't give that dog up. That dog, you can't do that. You can't do that. He goes, if you had a house, I go, trust me, I know, because I love that dog. That dog is my buddy. It is so sad. But, so yeah, everyone's really mad at Willie for just not getting it. Apparently had to be taken to the hospital today. And instead, Jimmy's just, at this point, just trying to make her understand. So, they weren't going to drive her to the hospital this time. Jimmy's like, if she wants to go to the hospital for this time, do not take her. We're not taking her in a car. Call an ambulance. Let's get the lights, the sounds, the whole shebang bop. That's what they did. She was not happy about that.
You know, a lot of people, surprisingly though, a lot of people are the worst patients ever. And when I mean this is that a lot of people get there's a lot of people that I've taken care of that the reason why they're immobile is because they just literally got injured and they chose to sit there on the bed and to not move, not follow PT, and not do anything. They've chose to stop showering so they don't have to get up and actually move a muscle or anything. I mean, I'm sitting here arguing with people like, oh my gosh, you have cancer, you smell like death, and you have vaginal bleeding. Maybe let's take a shower. And you know what I mean? My whole point, all this to say.
Real quick, go ahead. Finish your point.
No, my point is surprisingly, there's so many people that I meet that they are honestly the cause of their own downfall.
Can I be real with you? Almost 99% of people are. And so, obviously, she already knows this, but this touches a nerve with me. And that's why it affects me a little bit emotionally with Willie. I lost my mom a few years back because she did the exact same thing. She didn't listen to anybody. She just did not take care of herself. And if that was enough, if that was on its own, that would be enough. But what some of you may not know is I was, for all intents and purposes, bedridden for about 3.5, 4 years. I got nerve damage. I got hurt in Iraq. Blah 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 blah. If you want the full backstory, one day we'll go into it. But I got hurt, and I did follow PTO. I did try to do everything I could, and my body fought me at every turn. I had to have a spinal cord stimulator implanted. All this it took years for my body to start allowing me to do anything normal again. So to watch people who, not granted, people thought the same thing about me, that I just simply wasn't doing some of the things that I could have been doing. But they didn't understand I couldn't. I wasn't capable. I tried, and it was making it worse. So, and when my body was able, I did. What I'm seeing from a lot of people, my mom really included, that's not the case. Any resistance, they're folding. They're deciding any resistance is enough to stop, and that becomes a big problem. Because I had one doctor describe to me one time as the dwindles. You have one thing happen, and then because of that instance, you let everything else just start dwindle down. Everything starts dwindling down. You hurt something up here. Say it hurts to breathe, so you don't run for a while. You gain a couple pounds. Your knees start to hurt because of the extra weight. Everything dwindles. It all dwindles down. And we need to take back control. You can't allow it to happen.
Yeah, there was a point in my time too where I weighed a lot. I weighed maybe, I don't think I ever hit the 300 pounds, but I felt like the highest I weighed was 260 something, 270 something. And and I would always be somewhat in denial about it because my knees would always start hurting me like crazy. And I'm like, there's no way my knees are hurting me because I gained a lot of weight. There's no way. And then I would just look at the scale and I'm like, okay, I gotta stop eating for a bit. But the way how I went about it was really wrong. But that's me. That's how, because I had, not had, because once you have an eating disorder, it's kind of always with you. But, so I do have an eating disorder, but I haven't, struggled with that in quite some time. But what I would do is anytime that I would gain, wow, let's take a serious.
Yeah, real serious.
I know.
But you know what's funny about what you said about the your knees and stuff? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this or not, and I believe this is the conversion. Someone will check me if I'm not correct, but every 5 pounds of weight that you gain is about 15 pounds of joint pain. That joint pressure. It really does mess you up. Even 5 pounds. I hit 500 pounds myself. And it is.
Well, it would get so bad where I would go to class and I wasn't able to move, and I thought something was wrong, so I would call 911. Yeah. It was bad.
You can't. People got to remember about our bodies, and it's funny that we're a pump. Our heart pumps blood through our entire course of our body, and the more weight that we gain makes our heart work harder to pump that blood. And the bigger you get, the heavier you get. Your heart simply can't pump it all the way all the time if you're that heavy. People like Andre the Giant, all those big guys, they end up dying young because if you keep growing, your heart can't pump all that. You can't get the circulation. You end up just dying. They lose limbs. Their feet start going black, turning stuff like that. The heart has to pump blood through your entire body, and we make it so much harder with the weight stuff. We got a problem in this country with it. Mm-hmm. Real bad problem.
And it's such a sensitive. The problem that I'm seeing with people being honest with people about their weight is that the way how some people, because a lot of people believe, oh, you gotta do tough love because people are not taking their weight seriously. But an issue that I'm seeing is that the way how people give their tough love, they talk as if they forget that you have to use language where you don't want the person to feel like they are nothing because they still have to live in the same body. Yes, you want them to make changes to their body, but they still have to be on this earth, which means they still have to feel pretty in the weight that they're in as well. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And so when people say I would unalive myself if I looked like you, I would oh, if every day I looked like you, I would be doing this. Like if I, you know what I mean? You got to keep in mind that these people actually, they have to live in the body that they're in, and it's just, I don't know. I think people just forget because
people react differently too. You know what's funny is there are people in this world that saying a comment like that. You know, just simple as if I. Well, it's not simple. It's a mean thing to say. If I looked like you, if I weighed this, it's like I can understand the critique of where people are trying to come from it, but it is not the best way to put it. However, if there are people like me, if I hear something like that, that's all I need. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even need to know you. I'm a motivated guy by that. I want to shove it right down your throat. That's just how I am. That's how I function. But you're 100% right. And that comes on the person who's talking to the other person. Like, if I'm trying to get through to you, I have to know who you are when it comes to sensitive topics like weight and other things. If you want to have a discussion, I got to know who you are to be able to, not because you're different or weird or anything like that, just if I want to communicate effectively with you. Mm-hmm. If you're not a tough love person, plain and simple with Blossom, you can't tell her what to do. If I come at you telling you, being authoritative, and this is how it's, you are not going to respond to me. And if you do, it's going to be very negative. Mm-hmm. Not saying you're going to dig in, but there's a higher chance of you digging in and just because you don't want to hear it. It's like, who the hell am I to talk to you like that? And I understand that. So why would I speak to you in such a manner? Anyway?
See, my mom would always just tell me you're fat. Like, my mom would always just be so honest. Blunt. I mean, my mom would just be so blunt and honest, and so I was always like used to that, and that was never really a motivator.
No, it's not. Where's the help there?
Well, not even. It's just it becomes when she's always mean like that, becomes like background meanness, you know.
Right.
But to me, my motivator was how I looked in clothes, and I don't know. Granted, I feel like I was the happiest when I weighed more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I can be honest about that. I was pretty happy when I was fat.
And especially if someone loves you while you're fat as well, you have like no reason to lose weight.
No, it's true. But
you know, because they make you feel like it's okay to be this way.
It's enabling.
Yeah.
It's 100% enabling.
Yeah.
And it's scary because that can get very dangerous. Mm-hmm. You know, I when I came back to the States, I was starting to lose weight. Mm-hmm. But I was still really big. I was still closer to 4 than I was anywhere else. And one of the first relationships that I got into was with a bigger person. And I had that for a little while where I had lost the weight and things were getting better, but we started enabling each other in really bad ways. And the weight started packing on for both. It was just bad. It's so easy to fall into those traps. And you can justify it in about 1 million different ways. Financially, emotionally, state of the world, COVID at the time. There was just 1 million ways that we can always justify simply not caring. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. You're just not caring in one aspect or another about your appearance, yourself, what you're eating. You're simply choosing whatever other alternative is to caring about the correct choice.
Well, that's why, I mean, whether you believe in the shots and the Mounjaros and Ozempics and all of that
takes away that choice.
But that's why I was like, okay, this year I'm going to be on like Ozempic or Mounjaro or whatever, because I weighed 235 and now I weigh 210. So it always fluctuates. On some weeks it's like 201, 200, 210, but it hasn't exceeded over 210.
And while you're active, you work, you haven't mixed regular exercise with Mounjaro. So to be able to lose the amount that you've lost is actually a testament to it. Because
I to me, working, you don't understand, I also didn't move last year, so when I go to work,
that's true.
When I go to work, that is my exercise for me. My Apple Watch lets me know it every time that's it. It realizes my body, what it's used to, and what it's considered to be workoutable. And every time I'm walking up and down those halls, my Apple Watch is like, hey, you are working out, you are exercising, you are losing calories.
Well, you're certainly getting a form of exercise. We're getting, because I'm a walker too. That's all I can do physically.
But I'm sprinting from 5 from the hours of either 4 or 5 to 7 a.m., I am sprinting up and down the halls.
100.
And so that always makes me lose anywhere from,
You're getting the steps in. There's no question there. But
I just don't want you to diminish my...
I'm not. I'm just...
Because that's exercise for me.
I'm not. But you just remember, I believe once upon a time when I was in the Army, I was hula, master fitness, all that type of stuff. So I'm just stating the difference for people at home who may not know the differences in aerobic and anaerobic. There's just a big difference between the two. So to get into that anaerobic state where you kind of need to be 45 minutes a day. And that's sustained anaerobic exercise to where you're actually like sweating, getting...
Yes, 3 hours of the day.
No. I mean, unless I'm talking like a run. I know, and that's not to diminish what you're doing. I do the same thing.
Y'all,
25,000 steps.
Literally, for 3 hours, I am walking. No, you don't understand. I am literally, it is like,
nobody can run for 3 hours is what I'm saying. I'm literally I think pretty fast. Yeah, I know, but if you were, I just think there's a difference between that and a full run is all I'm saying, because you would have to you'd be sweating and change your clothes and stuff is all I'm saying. It's just the difference between a full-blown run and what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing, but I'm saying to get to that anaerobic state, it's 45 minutes of continuous to where you are actually sweating. It would be a run. You go on a run for 45 minutes. What we do, we're hitting that aerobic, which is totally fine. We're in a different state because of what we're doing. We're walking. We're not getting our breathing and our heart rate to that next level of what I'm talking about. That's all. I'm using definitions alone here. That's all I'm doing. Nothing wrong with what you do, and it will work. However, to get that next level, 45 minutes of sustained anaerobic a day is what you need, whether it's swimming, running, bicycling, but it has to be continuous. It can't be broken up at all. Once you stop, you have to start over again. That's just by pure default. Oh, I missed the entire fight. I've been waiting for Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I've been waiting for this rematch, and I got so caught up with you in our conversation, I completely forgot we're in round 6. I completely missed most of the fight.
I didn't even know David was watching anything.
Yeah, I'm watching a fight.
Well, I'm gonna order something.
What do we order?
Well, do you want to order something healthy since we just spoke about being healthy?
I mean, moderation is everything.
No.
Moderation is everything. I eat healthy either way. What do you want to... What? Oh, God. What? Oh, God. I'm hurting, tired, and exhausted. What do you want me to eat? A carrot? What are we eating, dog? You're like, come on.
We could get a salad from...
I mean, we can order from there, but I'll have to look and find something that's acceptable. Because I need some grease. I need a little bit of grease. So, how many steps do I have?
Riley,
12,000 steps.
Y'all don't listen to us because...
Hey, I'm 220 pounds, lean, mean, and all kinds of...
We pretty much weigh the same. We do.
Yeah, I'm sexy, though. Just like you.
We pretty much weigh the same.
Yeah.
We're the same weight. You know they sent out a text saying they need someone today at work, and I was...
No, they did not.
Like for tonight, and I, because I was like in the that actually woke me up from sleeping, and I had it in my head that I was working tonight because I thought it was like a Monday through Friday, and it's Saturday night. So I was like, I don't even go in.
Friggin' cancel your shifts and they want to... We need people.
Mm-hmm. I know, they told me to contact HR. Like,
really?
Well, so because they told me, like, speaking to the director of nursing, she's retiring, so that's like the least of her worries. And they said HR will do something. I don't know. I just feel like they should honor once they approve you for a shift. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about this if you've been catching up with the Vlogmases, but I've never been in that situation before where you could request a shift, but if it's specifically given to you, it's yours. I've never had someone approve me for a shift that I requested and then just take it back. It's weird. So, Do you want mac and noodle bar?
That sounds good.
Do we have an iron?
An iron?
Yeah.
If we do, I have no clue where it is.
Okay, fine.
It's gonna. Well, that's not 100% true. If we do, I do know where it is.
I have to be ghetto, so I need to iron down my roots. Yeah, I just have to put, it's kind of like a flat iron. It's in braids, so it's like a flat iron where you just kind of like, and it makes it a little bit, yeah. About to be ghetto.
You gotta iron your head?
No, I'm just gonna do this. Like that. That's it. But that's okay. Because, okay, what we should do, we haven't had a public outing together in quite some time. So what I'm thinking is tomorrow morning, what we should do, because I have to get some, I need to go to I want to go to Home Depot or some place to get a box. But I figured that maybe we can go to Walmart or no. Do you want to get like stocking stuff together and not look? Yeah. We could do that.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, we can get stocking stuff but we don't look at each other's stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll bring
two different carts.
We'll also put it in a bag because it shouldn't be, we're just getting stocking stuff, so it shouldn't be, we'll just bring like a reusable bag so we can't see what's in it. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. And if I vlog it, you can't look at the vlog. Okay. So that'd be fun.
Oh, well. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Put a little stock stuff in there. I'm gonna probably wrap everything tomorrow. Jimmy forgot that I took off Monday. I was mine. I got Aiden to work Monday. But I'm probably still gonna show up. I'm probably just after we get back.
Yeah, I have a nail appointment at 10.
Over here?
Yeah, because they couldn't get me, because
so
now...
we're still coming back early.
Now it's Christmas time and it's hard to fit in a nail appointment because everybody wants red nails, and she could normally, I was trying to get my nails done, y'all, today, and she's booked. I'm like, how is Grace booked? She's never booked. And I'm like, what the heck? And so I realized it's the holidays, and so her next availability is, I just took it. But now I don't want to wake up that early, so I might change my appointment. I might have to change that. Even though they switched around someone else's appointment so I could be there at 10.
Ooh.
I don't care.
You should.
I don't care.
Damn.
I should. I know.
Damn.
Because I don't want to wake up early.
What if they blacklist you? They're like, fine, all right. We'll get you in when we get you.
No, I'm a regular.
Nice.
And I've never done that before.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
I gotta turn off that water fountain. It's driving me insane. I
It's
cannot.
the bane of her existence.
I can't listen to that water fountain.
Hates it.
It's the worst.
Hates that water fountain.
Oh. Alright, let me order food.
You know what I want?
But I don't want to order a lot because I want to get champagne. I know that's going to be like a $60 order.
What, champagne?
Yeah.
Where are you getting champagne? What? How much champagne?
Like, usually when I order one, it's like $60. Or maybe two, I think. It's $60. Yeah, I'm pretty certain when I order two, it's like $60. When I pick it up, it's like $34. So, but I'm not going anywhere, y'all.
I would go.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm just hurting so bad. I'm not wanting to go down those steps.
Thank you for, we're homebodies, and thank you for spending the day or the night with us, if you're watching.
Bee Gees, man.
I know. I'm just trying to wonder why you were singing it.
Oh, you said something about night fever.
Oh, okay. I gotta turn off this water fountain.
Yes. You said something that triggered my tism.
Ooh, guys, if you want to see what's in Dave's wallet, I'm just kidding.
I had to go to the bank today, so not as much as there was.
I'm just kidding. I also went to the bank today, y'all.
I just throw $500 in there.
I went to the bank today for the first time in...
Oh, did you pull out some money? Oh, did you ever send me money for the car?
Yes. We are racking and we're stacking. No, I'm just kidding. This is for just bills and the food and this is not food. How much did I say I need to give you?
For the car, just call it to.
I know, I asked for 100. She's like, I don't have all, like, you're a bank. Then find some hundreds. You know what I mean? Like,
you are a bank. There's got to be some hundreds.
Yeah, she goes, oh, is that okay? My till I don't have. I'm like, but.
No, it's not okay. Go get more hundos.
Yeah, I thought it was weird, but whatever. I didn't really feel like talking to her. And, the key to get people, because this bank will try to talk to you about your personal life, about anything. And so, huh?
Our bank?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that'll work.
Like, yeah, they will hold you up. So now I had my mom on the phone with me as I was withdrawing money. So they knew I was occupied with another conversation. So, yeah, you're in and out. So that is the key. If you don't want any small talk or whatever, I guess you don't even technically have to have anyone on the phone, but you can act like you do. And I got out of there so quick. Because I remember, like, she was like, oh, my daughter's a nurse. Like, are you, like, I needed a cashier's check for, I don't even know anymore, but.
They're very friendly.
But
very friendly.
They are friendly.
Come on.
It was like none of their business, you know? Yeah. And they tried to force me to stay there. Have you done direct deposit before? It'll take 2 seconds. Like, shut up.
I'm going to sign you up for everything.
Yeah.
And I love our bank. I actually really like TD. I have no problem with TD.
I love TD Bank.
I like them.
I just don't. I'm not like a small talk person. And the thing is, I've recognized this lady because I realized, but I did not want to say anything. I realized that she works at the Marshalls that's near the AMC movie theater. Oh my gosh. It would have been nice to see Mufasa.
What, tonight?
Maybe not tonight.
Tomorrow? Right. Monday? What do we want?
I know. It would have been nice tonight, but I'm feeling home and not going anywhere.
That AMC lot across the street, they have Jersey Mike's is open, and in that other lot, the Aldi is open now.
No, I know the Aldi's is open now.
They got everything. That's now become a really good plaza. It was already a good plaza. Now it's just next level.
All right, $200.
Throw it in my wallet that you're so in love with.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I don't even know what I got in there right now.
Ooh, what does Dave have in his wallet? Is he rich?
I got a few bucks in there. I just deposited.
Nope, not that rich.
I just put money in the bank.
No, I just took money out.
Hey, I got through Christmas and I still have money in my pocket. I feel pretty good about it.
No, I feel you. I took money out because of the dinner thing tomorrow, and then because I brought $1,000 with me, and so I'm hoping that no one I hope.
We bust a K.
But I still want us to eat whatever we want too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna eat whatever I want.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, are we really gonna go over $1,000? We shouldn't, but I know my meal alone is like $85.
Even with the extra sister, you should.
But then she was like, "Oh, could I bring Nyla?" I'm like,
"Oh boy,
this is what I mean." This
is how it starts.
I know, and then my other sister was like, "No, hold on."
Really?
Yeah, she was like, "No."
Way to go, little B.
Yeah, she was like, "No," and then she's like, "No, we're paying for it," and then Tanisha calls back my older sister and is like, I have money, right? I have, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this because
that was your opportunity. You should say, all right, well then why don't you pay for you and her then?
No, because my mom would be like, wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute. So you're gonna pay for everybody's and not hers? Yeah.
Cause conflict.
Yeah. All right. So recently in the news, y'all, we've heard about Blake Lively, and she's suing Justin Baldoni for SH, and we're only abbreviating it because I'm pretty much sure that's also something that
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It's man. You have anything to say? Would you like me to start here? Because man,
I would rather have the guys start.
Well, you probably have an idea where I'm going to go here because I had opinions on this when it was happening. We were talking about this because here's a quick little backstory on this movie. I was actually planning on going to this movie with her.
This is so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant.
It's fun.
Okay,
it's quick
fine.
Little backstory.
Go ahead.
Just quick little backstory. But when she pitched it to me, she was like, "You're not going to want to go to this." And she was so adamant that I would not want to go that I actually dug in and was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to go." And I actually held on to that for a little while and tortured her for as long as I could before ultimately caving and going with it.
And he only went because there was so much drama behind it.
It really did help because all the drama started coming out. And at the time that it was happening, it was so amazing to find all these little details. First off, finding out that the author is so frivolous and horrible in so many wonderful ways. What a heartless cheap shill she is, and I love her for it because she wrote a horrible book.
She did, because I bought the book and I said, oh my gosh. But you know what I realized?
It's a good story.
With Justin Baldoni buying the rights to this, he had to choose an author like that.
Yes.
Well, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
because how cheap would it have been?
But here's the problem. Justin bought the rights. He doesn't get to buy what it means. And the problem is, I think she made it very clear in the way that she wrote the novel and the way that she is and the things that she was okay with Blake doing and all these things, that it was in line with her vision of her story. Now, I understand that Justin, for some reason, and I'm not going to speculate, these people who pontificate and grandstand and make deeper points that need to be, especially in the sake of entertainment, they typically fall pretty damn hard, is all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it there.
But a lot of women took Justin Baldoni's side.
He's attractive. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be dismissive. He's too good looking, and too many women will give him the benefit of the doubt just because he is so pretty.
So can I finish my thought?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So I feel like a lot of people gave Justin Baldoni, like they understood where he's coming from is because Blake Lively, she's very attractive as well. And I feel like it was coming from DV. It was coming from people who have actually gone through it. And that's what this book was about. And you wouldn't be able, and I know we agree differently, but you wouldn't have never been able to, the way how Blake was going on this, the whole marketing stuff, you wouldn't have been able to tell that this was about a story of DV.
It wasn't supposed to be, though, as my counter to it. It really wasn't.
Yeah, sure.
The very title indicates that it's not. It's not about what happened. It's about that it's ending. It's about the stance. It's about perseverance. It's about strength. It's about saying.
Have you read this, Arthur? I don't think she even thought that either.
No, I think I think because she didn't really care about the Ollie, get down. Ollie, get down. Because she didn't really care about any of the other aspects, and she was so. I told you, just because of the fact, the way that she wrote this book, the fact that she would have the lady sack to write a story with that message and have the protagonist own a flower shop with the name Lily Blossom Bloom told me everything. I'm sorry, maybe it's dismissive or minimalistic, but I ended up being 100% right. She's like, I'm 100% right on it because she's the way that she sold the rights, but then also backtracked and went with Blake Lively because she understood the marketing was more important. I'm not going to fault Blake for having an incredibly great marketing husband who decided to come in and try to help. He understood the same thing I understand. That movie was going to fail miserably the way it was being marketed. If they went too serious, people were going to be confused because the movie is not a serious movie. It is just not. It is a ridiculous, it's not even a bad movie. The point of the movie is what's so important, but the path of which we get there is ridiculous.
There's some strength in that movie that is amazing, and I really enjoyed it. But it's not a well-written story. And the way that they crafted, the way that they market it is the only way that they saved it, to be honest. The fact that they had to add in a joke to make fun of the fact that her name is Lily Blossom Bloom tells me a lot as well. They knew it wasn't going to work. But he didn't get that. And instead of just getting it, or at least going along, he dug in. And when he got pressed, what did he do? We even noted it at the time. He hired a PR firm. The same ones that have done some pretty nefarious things in the past. They worked for some pretty bad people in the past.
Well, they were Johnny Depp's PR people.
I thought it was the lawyers that were Johnny Depp's.
They were the same. All I'm going to say is the same team that worked with Johnny Depp. That's the same team who he hired. That's all.
It's a weird. Well, and it's weird because it would be on the other side. But he just liked their work there. I thought it was the lawyers, but regardless of that, it's so we've gone to a point now where she is making pretty strong accusations that seem to be at least corroborated by the studio.
Well, to be fair,
she had to give a speech.
To be fair, I did state this because I'm not completely blind to what's going on. I was questioning, well, why did everybody unfollow him?
Yeah.
And then I also questioned, I even said this to you earlier, I think maybe something like this was going to happen.
You didn't think it was this, though. Not this bad.
Well, it's not SA, it's SH, but...
Yeah, but still. So you heard what she asked him to stop, right?
Yeah.
That's on the line.
Yeah.
That's on the line.
And so...
One thing in particular.
But no, I mentioned it. I said, something tells me, I thought, if you could read in between the lines, because we are on YouTube, because I expressed this, that I thought maybe during one of their scenes, he, actually was, honestly, but they say this about actors too. I remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but back then, when we had DVDs, a lot of the stars, I used to watch the bonus tracks and stuff of the DVDs and all the special features, and they would have a lot of the stars sit in a room and watch the movie and then do commentary on it.
Yeah, commentary.
Yeah.
Is she explaining the concept of commentary?
No, but what I'm saying is, to get my thought fully said here, what I'm saying is that I remember watching this movie with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. It was some,
Yeah, it's the breakup. Just Friends or something like that.
Right.
Like that.
But they talked about all this. I'm trying to get to is that they talked about how when they were having, she mentioned how she saw Justin completely naked, all of that stuff. But they talked about having bodily, even though they weren't attracted to each other, because they were doing scenes, intimate scenes, the physicalness still happened.
And of course.
Yeah. So I wondered if that happened with Justin here, and that's what I was wondering. I don't know.
I think this has been very, very simple to me. This entire thing is a very easy thing to figure out. He wanted to do something his way, didn't get his way. He's a director. He tried to buy the rights, all that type of stuff. He didn't get his way, and he's a baby, and he threw a fit, and he made her life harder. He made her life difficult on set because he wasn't getting his way.
So there's no way around that he was in the right with anything.
I don't think he was ever in the right. He's Justin Baldoni to me. He has never been in the right here. He has been in the wrong.
I think he's biased because he's attractive.
No, it's not. I'm using don't minimize my arguments, because I've made very good fleshed out arguments the entire time, and I'm not gonna be minimized just because he's a handsome prick. I think if anything, it's just I'm just as attractive as he is, so I got nothing to be hurt by his attractiveness.
I thought it was interesting you went with the idea that the reason why women are with him is because he's attractive.
Because he is a Hollywood celebrity who got there partially because of his looks. That's how it works. He is an incredibly attractive man. There's no questioning that. That is an attractive man. He is in that. I've talked about it the other day. He is in that that 1% of the 1%. He's got part demigod in him. He hit the genetic jackpot lottery. That's just what happened. And there's no envy there. That's just stating facts. And he, like women who are that attractive, get advantages in life. He is privileged because of his attractiveness. Doors are open because of him, because of his attractiveness, both metaphorically.
I think Blake Lively is pretty attractive.
Blake Lively's gorgeous. but not in the same category. I'm dead serious. There are levels to that game. Blake is gorgeous.
She's Taylor Swift's best friend. She's attractive and Taylor Swift's best friend. Come on.
Taylor's gorgeous, but I'm sorry, Taylor's not really considered to be like super gorgeous in like the. Taylor's,
oh gosh!
Taylor's
Can we move on? Let's move on.
I'm just saying Taylor's kind of a normal-looking girl. She's just incredibly talented, but she's a fairly normal-looking woman.
You know what?
I'm just being serious. But look, you look at Ryan Reynolds, who is a very attractive man. Ryan Reynolds is a handsome dude. But he's not Justin Baldoni. He is not. He's not. He's not. And Ryan Reynolds is like really attractive. Ryan Reynolds is one sexiest man like on Time Magazine. Like he's an attractive man. Justin Baldoni is more attractive. He just is. But the point is, you do get those benefits. Now the subject matter matters. Okay. And Blake's attractiveness stops becoming a benefit when we're talking about these type of things, because we can't look at her like that when we're talking about essays and all these type of things. That's not supposed to be the point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, the more attractive the man is might become the point in those situations, because that's the bait. He can get away with it because of that. It's part of it. An ugly man is going to get a lot less leash on a situation like that. Hell, an ugly man can barely raise his freaking voice to a woman without fear of her leaving. Now, an attractive man who can lay pipe or things like that, he's got a little more leeway. And Justin Baldoni met all those criteria both in the movie and possibly in real life, it's looking. Because to me, he lost the battle for how the movie was going to go. He lost the battle on how the marketing was going to go. He hired a PR team to what seemingly is what she's accusing him of, scrubbing a lot of things and controlling the market of how she was being perceived. And that absolutely happened. We were talking about it as it was happening. We even commented on the PR team themselves. So we know it happened. Blake fought back, and honestly, because it died down, I think she won. The movie was a success. It competed and beat Deadpool, which was the biggest movie of the year. So she took a little backlash, but overall, she won. And I think because of that, now that she's let it die down, she is looking back at all of it and going, man, he was showing me this. Why was he constantly talking about the pornography addiction? Why was he constantly bringing this up? Things were becoming more and more clear that he was using his power to make her life crappy, and maybe to the point of sexual or SH. And she's acting on it.
Okay, so here's my opinion on it. Now that y'all heard Dave's, I cannot and will not ever speak to the SH accusations and what Blake is talking about, because I was not there for that.
However, all of the things that she
let
said
me finish.
was cooperated. I just want to know.
Let me finish.
Cooperated.
Okay. I cannot speak for that, but what I can speak on is in the lawsuit where Blake pretty much states that the reason why people hate her is because Justin's team did a smear campaign. But the reality is, and I do feel like they're basically saying we're stupid. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. But the reality is that the reason why people disliked her is because a lot of DV, people who've gone through DV, came out and was like, we do not like the way you're marketing this film. Whether you believe this to be the smartest way of marketing it or not is irrelevant, because people who went through the situation like the character did in the story was like, this isn't the way to market something like this. Whether you want it, because now you're caring more about, the coins and actually the message. And he believes, we believe that the messages were different, but that's the reason why people were upset. So I don't think it's fair for her to say in the lawsuit that the reason why people are coming after her is purely because of Justin Baldoni. And I think coming out, by the way, I have it in my hair as we speak, but I love her mousse, her hair mousse. But I think coming out with that, and her hair mousse is pretty good for braids, by the way. But it is. I love it. I'm in love with it. I love the smell. I love everything about it. But I think her hair, hold on, I'm almost done. I think coming out with her hair product and kind of spraying people's hair wasn't the best idea for this film.
It wasn't the best idea, but it certainly wasn't nefarious. It certainly wasn't ill-intended or anything like that. And I think that's really important.
No, but people wanted her to be a little bit more...
No, you keep saying people. Some people. And what's turning out to be a very, very small percentage of people, because not all survivors feel that way.
But a lot of survivors do.
No, and it's clear that in this case, more survivors, because look, if the numbers are to be believed, a lot of people have been assaulted in our country. A lot. And a lot of them are moviegoers. We have to at least extrapolate some sort of numbers from the success of that movie, because the more likely, the reality is a lot of survivors saw that movie. And the reaction to it is pretty positive for the most part, except for a small pocket. And I do think it's a pretty small minority of people who feel this way.
I know. I think you're diminishing it. I don't think it's a small...
I think that...
I don't think so.
We're going to disagree on that. But I mean, we just have different experiences, I guess. I think the strength of the movie is definitely something to be talked about more than some marketing things in an entertainment industry where we should just be expecting it. Now, if Justin would have got his way and the movie would have had the tone to be marketed in the way that it would have been way more appropriate, sure.
I ordered some food, so I'm just checking on it.
But because the way the movie was written, made, and executed, they were even really respectful to how they showed stuff. They were the smartest thing.
Well,
about
I don't even
movie,
think it was. I think it had to do with what they could show to make it a PG-13 rating.
Well, yeah, but you could be lazy on that. They wrote a narrative with it. It was a really clever way. The way that they filmed, there was some really great aspect things that they did, and not in the lazy way that you see a lot of this stuff done when you're trying to avoid a rating. I think that they had a message in how they filmed. I thought it was good because you have that in experiences in life where you can almost see that you watched it happen not the way that it happened. You can fool yourself. And they showed that. They made us experience that. And it was the best part of that movie, if I'm being honest, was that little bite of experience.
Well, I don't disagree with you there. Yeah. I even told you that I love the way how they made me believe in the movie that, wait, did I just see what I just... Yeah. And you were kind of going through the feeling of, well, a lot of women feel this way. Like, did this just happen to me?
Exactly.
So I completely agree with you there.
Now, his tone that he wanted to really fixate on was the assault themselves. He wanted to really hammer the darkness and depravity of it. The marketing would not have worked with that, obviously, then. But because of the message that you even just admitted to hearing yourself...
No, but you had to say the marketing wouldn't have worked with that. You don't know, but keep going.
Well, no, because you can't have a bubbly spray everybody's hair marketing when it's a darker tone, when you're really showing the essay and you're showing the physical violence of it. And they really would have shown the entire biting off of the tattoo like they did in the book and stuff. No. It wouldn't have worked. Nobody would have stood for that. It would have been way more obvious. But because they did it the other way, it was only triggering to a smaller group of people. And that means the marketing was and the tone was effective overall. Because you're never going to make everybody happy. To even have the balls to make a movie like this, you have to understand you're going to upset people. And if you're like Justin Baldoni and you're going to harp on all the obvious things, because we know what's bad about SA. We know these things. But when you go in the extra mile to harp on those, you're kind of making yourself a target. And now, unfortunately, it seems like he may have done some wrong because it's not just her. The fact that the studio has shown that they signed off on the list of things that the Blake wanted to address.
To be fair, though,
to me.
Yes, yes, but also the studio had more to gain as well with like backing.
Not if he wasn't wrong. I mean, like, not today. 20, 30 years ago when we didn't have social media and media platform the way that we do, now they can't be wrong on that. Because if he can prove that he was right, that's the end. He'll own that company. So I think this is one of those where you just kind of look at what's more risky to be wrong, and I just think her story just makes way more sense. And it fits. It fits to everything that I saw. His doesn't. Like, the things that I'm seeing from his side, just, it seems more like a tantrum because he didn't get his way. And I think it is as simple as that. It's all stemming from a tantrum that he didn't get his way, so he made her life harder on set. And now she's fighting back. And I'm not even saying that she was right in the way that she marketed everything. I thought some was cheesy too.
I want to be clear, though. I'm not saying... The problem is, I remember when I was watching this on TMZ, Harvey Levin was talking about, well, there's no way they didn't have, like, an intimacy person on set.
Intimacy coordinator.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Let me finish my thought. So I remember when Harvey Levin at first said there's no way that they didn't have that. But according to the lawsuit, she states they did not. And that is a huge power dynamic.
Oh, I just had my mind blown. There's a reference to it in Deadpool. He makes a shout out to it. There's a scene in the movie where he goes to Cassandra Nova's lair. And for no reason at all, it's after she sticks his hands right in his head. He said, "Where's the intimacy coordinator?" That cannot be coincidental.
Really?
No way. That's not from Ryan Reynolds. He's too good at what he does. That's pointed. I guarantee you. I just wonder if the timing works out. It's the only way I could be wrong here. But that should be darn close. Darn close. I'm wondering, because that's pretty coincidental, don't you think? And he would be the one to do something like that. And I'd be the one smart enough to catch it. I'm the only one in the world.
Seriously, get on it.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm wrong. I think Tommy's not going to fit. I don't look stupid. But isn't that interesting?
Yeah, in the lawsuit. And if that's true, and he was... But Harvey Levin was also saying it's so hard to have... This is why it's not a good idea to have the director also be the actor, because the problem is that you could be viewed... You could be doing... Two things can be true. Like, you can, as a director, maybe spend an extra 5 seconds, even though you agreed to 2 seconds biting her bottom lip, only because you want to get that perfect shot. Right. But then she could say, well, we agreed to this, and you did longer because you liked it.
And you know what I mean? You can get away with it because of your position. And that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Is because of his position. If he was just another actor, that's checkable.
Yeah.
But because he's the person that does the checking, that's why he cannot get away with just improvising on the fly, because he's not just an actor in that moment. He is the power. Yeah. So, and that's why it just made more sense to me. Her side of it just makes way more sense, because that's what
I will say that I do... From what I've seen, what I can fault, I will tell you this. Here's what I can fault Justin Baldoni on, because I don't hate anybody here. I mean, I just love this movie, and now it's completely ruined for me, and I can't watch it again. I watched it so many times. No, I can't, because it's just, even though you would think that the real life story is actually happening, the story is happening in real life, it still ruins it for me, because I want to believe that these people had fun making this movie, and now I'm like, these people that I'm watching on the screen didn't have a fun time making this movie. So, anyways.
No, I like that point, because why movies like this work is because we still know, even though it's about a really terrible point, we still know that there's a suspension of our disbelief. We know that it's not actually happening.
Yeah.
So to know that there was some on real life turmoil or anything like that, it does take away from that. I can totally...
That's why I can't watch... I used to love watching NCIS. And ever since I heard about Mark Harmon and like all this stuff that went on and people quitting, getting fired, I can never watch NCIS again. Well, maybe like the old...
Do you know what my biggest problem with Baldoni was, though? You have to help me.
Okay.
My biggest problem with Baldoni is...
Baldoni?
Yeah, Justin Baldoni. Because here's the thing. You can get away with almost everything else that she had grievances with. But when you're the director...
My hair smells like Blake Lively, by the way.
I could smell it.
I know, it smells amazing. Her hair products, though, I will say...
By the way, she is gorgeous. She is a gorgeous woman.
She's beautiful. I don't know what Dave's talking about.
But she's got more of a normal...
Okay, just stop.
But anyway.
Just stop ruining it. You said she's gorgeous. Don't put a but after it.
Anyways, then stop interrupting me in the first place, because I had a good point I was trying to make, and now I've kind of forgotten it. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But
Baldoni,
okay.
Here's where he messed up. This is the biggest problem that happened. Because apparently it happened late stage. He wanted to write in more scenes of, like, fellatios and BJs and all kinds of other, like, stuff where she'd be in compromising positions. I think, like, he just did stupid stuff that really seems petty. It seems like he was trying to get back at her, hazing, whatever you want to call it. It seems like he was using his position to make the situation more uncomfortable for her. And you can reason it's because her husband took part of the control of the marketing, had to come in and make some rewrites. And he owns it now, and he still can't do the things that he wants. I'd be resentful.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would be too. But you can't act on him when you're the director. You just can't. Especially when everyone's agreeing with her. And that probably pissed him off even more. As a man, I can get that. But you can't act on it. You deserve what you get, and I hope he gets sued pretty royally. Because you can't get away with this. Especially when you're trying to, like, advocate and talk about, but no, you can't.
Look, I'm going to say the two faults of the two people, and I like both of them. However, if it does come out that Justin Baldoni actually did SH like Lively, then I can't mess with that. But what I will say is this. I think Justin Baldoni, I do believe that whether this was intentional or not, I do believe that there are probably better ways in which he could have delivered a lot of the whole entire movie. Like, I believe there's a lot of ways in which he could have gone about it. And I don't think he had it in his head that he is in power. So you have to be careful when it comes to power dynamics. And I just think maybe he could have done things differently to where she didn't feel like he was abusing his power. I also feel like Blake Lively in this lawsuit, I'm sorry, but like I said, I will never be able to speak on the SH because I was not there. But as far as the reason why I think she's in denial why people didn't like her. No, people came for you because you were in these interviews that a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
that's why people came for you. So I just don't get it twisted. But
there's
I just,
multiple facets to it,
I don't like the fact that there's no accountability here. But why would there be accountability when you're trying to sue someone? So
we're gonna find out, though.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Here's how we're gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna know how overblown this is because in a situation like this, 9 times out of 10, when you're talking about Hollywood stars, especially ones that are in a little bit higher echelon,
mm-hmm.
They settle. Especially if everything that's been said is a little overblown and everyone come cooler heads.
And I'm like, what is she trying? And it's like, what are you trying to get? Because she's worth,
she's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
So if everything was overblown, this could all just be power dynamic. This could be her punching back and showing, no, dude, you're not going to get away with this. This is how I could fight back. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's because he wouldn't talk to her. Maybe because there wasn't conversations that were being had. Maybe people were reaching out. We don't know. But I'm just thinking of how I would have handled situations like this as either a victim or a perceived victim or a husband of the woman involved. I know what I would be doing or what I would want to be done in those situations. I would want some sort of contact. Maybe that wasn't happening. Maybe Baldoni wanted contact. Maybe that didn't happen. This is her way of forcing the issue. Now you have to talk to me, mother trucker. Now we have to come to the table. So if that's true, they will settle. However, if it is not true and everything that she's saying happened, this is going to go all the way. And if it does, he's going to lose. Unless he's got some real crazy evidence to the contrary, because I think she just has enough on her side. But more importantly, she's only going to pursue it with what she has to lose if she's wrong.
I will say
if she was wrong.
The one question that I always had was, why did the whole entire cast unfollow him?
Everyone.
So
and
that
the
was
studio sided with her.
That was the thing that got me about this thing is, and then clearly it was a PR thing where while this movie was going on, he was in like Switzerland or somewhere with his family, and then all you could see were videos of him being a great father and a family, and so obviously I was like, what's happening? Right. What's going on that they're trying to do all this now? So I wasn't completely like, blindsided, but yeah. So those are my thoughts on the situation. I can't believe we talked 30 minutes about this.
It's interesting too. I can go even more because there is a lot of fault to be had if you want to get into like the ethics and all the morality and all that. But me, we're talking about entertainment at the end of the day here. Mm-hmm. And even in a horrible subject, to be able to do something in a real effective manner, in an entertaining fashion, is rare and honestly should be celebrated. And they did a good job with that because the movie's powerful.
I love the movie. I just now, and the thing is, they need to drop. I also heard Ryan Reynolds wanted to buy the rights from Justin.
I could see that,
but no. So Blake can continue telling the story, but no, because
he has to be involved.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I understand. Now we're compartmentalizing real life from the story. But no, because I read the second book of what I could because the writing was awful. But I did read the second book, and I kind of like went through it on my Kindle or iPad. And as much as I could. Long story short, he's still in the book trying to because she ends up lying. The character ends up lying to him about her dating the guy. Yeah. So, sorry. It's been a minute since I read it, but
food?
It's not here yet. It's been a minute, but no, he needs to be in that story because he's still a part of her going on her word of ending it. You know what I mean?
You can't just replace him.
You can't replace him. You can't, and I'm sorry, I don't want to see a movie with just Blake Lively and not him. Now, if they could film if they could use different stuff, you know what I mean? If they could, listen, Angelina Jolie had it her way to where she never had to show her body in any intimate scenes, and they always used another actor. Sure. So, if that is the case, they can do some really good editing. They could use some really good all that.
Different days. How many times? You can look in the book and see how many times they're in scenes together and see how important they have to be together for those scenes to work. And then simply film separately if you have to. And then, but here's the thing. It won't happen because he's going to have to do a lot of giving, way more than her. He's going to have to give up rights. He's going to have to give up the director's role. He's going to have to, because he won't be able to direct it. She's not going to let that happen. She'll let him star in it. She ain't gonna let him direct, and I think would be fair. So, yeah, he's gonna have to give a lot. He's gonna have to almost to the point of admitting, he'd have to eat a lot of crow here, and I just don't see that happening because he wants to be seen as a good guy. As you said, he was on the marketing campaign there trying to show his good sides as a father and all this stuff in the middle of all of the things that was happening, and which I think is kind of telling what his priorities were. But that's understandable too because that's what he was trying to portray. He wanted to be Mr. The seriousness of it, blah, blah, blah. And these are the guys that typically do. They're phonies. They're just phonies.
He thinks he's a phony because I showed him his podcast where he talks about his feelings, and now he thinks that he's a phony.
That was the most phony effing thing. That man is phony. He's a phone. Nobody cares like that. I'm a sensitive guy. Yes or no? I'm a pretty sensitive man. I'm an emotional guy. Yes or no? She doesn't want to say yes, but she knows it's true. And I am. I'm sitting here going, to the, Belfoni. No one's like that. Sack up. That's ridiculous. You're way too hot.
Whatever. I think my fault was showing Dave his podcast.
You showed me who the man was, so I believed it.
So I think, and that's when Dave started hating him from there. So, my God, look at this man opening up about his feelings.
No, that's not what he did. That's not what he did. Listen to me. Go watch what we're talking about. And if you could take a word he says seriously after that, then okay. But you can't. That's ridiculous. He could have made his point without doing all that. This is ridiculous.
Anyways, if you're ever at Target or just online, Blake Lively's hair mousse is so good.
I love that you're stealing her product.
I love it.
I love that you're doing that.
No, listen, because I understood why she didn't have black people in her campaign, because you're going to be damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You are, especially with that, because she doesn't have the hair, so to sit there to be like, oh, this is going to be great for your type of hair, how would you know, right?
But you're saying she nailed it.
But, oh, for sure, with the braids. I can't speak on, it's different. I cannot speak on if my hair was in its, like, natural form and stuff like that, but because to maintain my braids and stuff, we use hair mousse. Her hair mousse is so great. I always get compliments at work, like, oh my gosh, your hair smells amazing. I know, right? Like, it smells amazing. And then also it just works. It's great. I use it every single day. I actually bought extra from Amazon, so I have like 3 bottles in the room. Like, I love it. So if there's anything...
Do you know how exceptionally easy Justin Baldoni's life has probably been just because of how attractive he is?
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to end it. Thank you guys for watching.
Happy Vlogmas. Any place and people are happy to see him.
This is why he doesn't like him. Happy Vlogmas.
Threw it away.
Happy Vlogmas Day 21.
21. We
and
legal.
We're going to try to get the... We're going to try to get...
Legal up in here. Our Vlogmas is legal up in here. We can vote.
Mm-hmm. Or drink.
Drinking? Yeah, that's the big. I forgot our stupid country. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's the big one you can do at 21. Drink. Mm-hmm. Been voting for 3 years, but now you can drink. Whatever.
Well, it's 7:40, and so I'm going to try to get this up by at least 9 or 10 so we can watch that Netflix movie with Jason Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie. So, yeah.
Or were we just talking about watching something else?
No, we were talking about... No.
What? No, I know, but I would have swore we were talking about watching something else too. That's fine. Yeah, no, I don't want to watch that.
No, we were talking about watching that.
I know yesterday, but I want to... It's fine. It's fine. I was just thinking of something else too. But yeah, I want to watch that.
Don't poke me like that.
Oh, she was about to really hurt me.
Don't poke me.
Oh, you know what was great?
I hate when people do this, because it actually like hurts. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm
like
sorry.
The poke, the index hurts.
Oh, you're right. It's not. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. I'm sorry that my finger poked you and hurt you. But she's not. She was about to sock me, and she realized she was on camera, so she went like that. She just gave me a little one, but she was about to hurt me.
What?
I saw the rage in her eyes. I want to tell this quick story and we can go.
Quick story. I never ever, no, because people, I'm black and you're white. And so people are going to say, oh, she's the aggressive black person. I've never put my hands on this man, okay?
No.
So, and there's plenty of reasons to.
Whatever, look at her. Yeah, whatever. Y'all know the truth now. So the other day, I'm not going to tell the entire story. I'm just going to tell parts of it, the important parts of it. The toilet was clogged. And all I said was the pipes are too old for this. That's all I said. This woman charged over to me. Like, I wish I could get up and show you the power walk that she did to me. And she goes, what did you say? Because she thought I said, you're too old for this. She was about to come and F me up. She was so mad. Like, she did the whole she came over, power walked, leaned into me and said, what did you say? Like, I mean, straight up. And I said, no, I said the pipes are too old. She goes, like, I've never felt like I dodged a bullet before in life, and I've been to Iraq.
It wasn't that deep.
No, it was that deep. I felt like
deep.
Death was coming through. I heard you coming. I felt the vibes. That was bad intentions, boy.
Okay.
I'm too old for this? I got something for you, sucker. It was great. It was awesome. I just love that. It was so funny. I've been wanting to talk to you about that since it happened. It was so funny. It was so funny. I've been thinking about that.
What?
You came with so much anger. It's such a woman thing, too. I'm too old for what? What about my age? It was so good. It was so funny. Oh, my God.
You're so wonderful. It's just, that was great. Like, you have no idea how much fun I have just because she's.
He does. Like,
I love her reactions. They're so amazing. She's incredible. Like, I'm gonna drive this woman crazy. Like, her reactions make my life everything.
I have to every single time if you see a clip, because we should be able to talk right through and you not have to edit anything. But if you see a clip, it's because he said something that's like.
She gets so aggravated with me too, man.
So, but guys, okay. We're out of here. Oh my goodness. 40 minutes we've been talking. I'm so, like, I hope you guys like this. I mean, I know there's only like 3 people that watch, but still, I hope you guys like this.
Yeah, I hope you like us.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Vlogmas Day 21, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 22.
21.
We're hitting 22.
Toot toot.
Mm-hmm. Bye, guys.